Hi, welcome to Limitlessly Digital. Now, if you're watching this, you want to expand your comfort zone. So, let me tell you something that might surprise you. Your comfort zone is not the problem. You are not lazy. You are not weak. It's not a lack of ambition that you have. It just feels familiar. And feeling familiar feels safe to your nervous system. And here's what some people might not tell you: your comfort zone is not fixed, it's fluid. You can renovate it, you can expand it, you can redesign it. You don't need to destroy your life to grow. You just need to stretch it intelligently. Now, I want you to imagine your life as a bubble. I know I often say I live in my own bubble. And inside that bubble, you have the same cafes that you go to every week, the same routines, the same dog walk you do every day. That might be me. The same conversations that you have with your friends and your family, the same beliefs about what you're like, the same risks you always avoid. It feels safe because you know how everything ends. You know how that meeting is going to go that you've got scheduled in your diary this week. You know how that networking event is going to feel when you walk into the room. You know what happens if you don't try. Predictability is comforting. And here's the danger that underlies it all. If everything is predictable, nothing is expanding. And growth, your personal growth, does not require chaos. It requires you to stretch. There's a myth around discomfort equaling growth. We've been sold the idea that growth must feel brutal, that if it isn't painful, it doesn't count, that success means suffering. I don't fully buy into that. Yes, growth requires stretch, but stretch and trauma are not the same thing. There's something called optimal stress. Just enough discomfort to activate you, not to overwhelm you. Think about going to the gym. If the weight is too light, nothing changes. If it's too heavy, you're going to injure yourself. So that sweet spot, that's where your strength is built. Your life works in the same way. And here's what's actually happening in your brain. When you step into something new, your brain activates its threat system, not because it's dangerous, but because it feels unfamiliar. Your nervous system is wired for survival, protection, not fulfillment. So when you speak on stage, when you're launching something new, when you're walking into that networking room, posting a bold opinion online, your brain will say, "This feels unsafe." It's not unsafe, it's uncertain. And uncertainty feels like danger. That was my dog shaking. But here's the good news: your brain is adaptable. Neuroplasticity is real. The more you expose yourself to small, controlled stretches, the more your brain rewires. Because what once felt terrifying becomes neutral, and then it becomes normal, and then it becomes easy. And that is expansion. And staying comfortable shrinks you. The longer you avoid stretching, the smaller your bubble gets. You stop testing yourself. You stop discovering who you are under pressure. You stop building emotional regulation. And this is the part that people will often miss. If you never stretch yourself, you don't actually know yourself. You only know the version of you that exists in controlled conditions. Put yourself in new environments and you discover how you handle rejection. One of the fears that so many of us has is feeling rejected. That's why we don't launch. That's why we don't post online. How about how you handle uncertainty? How resilient you are actually. And all of that builds confidence. It builds evidence. So how can we expand without burning out? And this is where we do it differently. It's not about blowing up your life, it's the small expansions. And here's how. First up, ask, what would the future version of you do? Not a fantasy future version of you, the grounded, regulated, capable version of you. How would she be responding to the situation that you're in? Would she press send on the email? Would she start the conversation? Would she put herself forward? Then borrow all of those behaviours today. The lower stakes, but be consistent with it. Number 2, build a proof portfolio. Every time you do something uncomfortable that you feel uncomfortable in and you survive it, log it mentally. Have you spoken up in a meeting where before you would have been quiet? Have you started a new habit? Have you been somebody alone, gone to the cinema, gone to a cafe by yourself? Have you handled criticism calmly? That's evidence. When fear shows up for you next time, you'll be able to say, I've done this before and I'm fine. That's how your confidence is built, from repetition of these behaviors that your future self has. Number 3, pair it with safety. Now this is important because if your nervous system needs safety, give it safety. Going to a new event, wear something familiar. Message somebody beforehand. Arrive early. Trying something new in business, keep one stable routine unchanged. Stretch one edge of your comfort zone, keep the rest of it stable. That's what I would call intelligent expansion. Number 4, reframe anxiety. When your body feels activated, try this. Instead of I'm nervous, say I'm activated. Instead of what if I fail, ask what if this works? Your nervous system responds to interpretation. Train it to associate stretch with opportunity, not threat. And your environment matters. Your comfort zone is heavily influenced by the people around you. If you're surrounded by people who avoid risk, who criticize ambition, who normalize stagnation, your bubble is shrinking. Whereas if you're surrounding yourself with people who stretch, who try, who fail, who grow, expansion is going to feel normal. Choose who you surround yourself with wisely. So how can you maintain that expansion? It's not just a one-off thing that you're going to try today and then forget about it tomorrow. Because comfort zones don't just expand, they also have a tendency to shrink. So you have to maintain them. Do regular check-ins with yourself, regular energetic check-ins. Ask, where am I coasting? What feels slightly scary right now? Or where have I stopped stretching? Then take one small step. Celebrate it. Your brain needs that reinforcement, and your growth should feel empowering, not punishing. So if you take anything away with you today, here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to do what somebody else is doing. You just need to expand the version of you that already exists. Your comfort zone is not your enemy. It's just outdated software. Think of it like that. Upgrade it. You know, like Windows on your computer. You're using the old version. Update it to the new version. One stretch at a time. And if this video has resonated with you today, tell me in the comments, what's one small stretch that you're committing to this week? And one final thing, please remember to like and subscribe. It does me loads of favours. Thank you.